Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we're going to solve the problem which is called target sum. So you're given an integer array nums and an integer target. You want to build an expression out of nums by adding one of the symbols plus and minus before each integer. This word is the most important word, each integer. You have to use all the integers and then concatenate all the integers. So let's try to take an example. Suppose you are given this array and your target is 3. You have to make 3 and you have to use all of these integers. How many ways are there? You can add a plus sign or a minus sign before each integer. So for example, you take this minus 1 and then remaining all you put a plus sign, you get 3. You take this second as the number which has a minus sign and all others are having plus sign. Again you form 3. Okay, and so on. So you have 5 ways to do this. Now how do we actually solve this problem? So the important part to solve this problem is just you have to notice that you have to use all the integers. That's it. So that is a trick here. So let's try to take an example. Suppose you have 1 1 2. Okay, and let's say I tell you find the number of ways to form the sum, for example 2 in this case. Now this is not a part of the solution. You cannot say I have a 2 here, so this is my answer. This is not the answer because you will have to include these numbers also. Okay, so you cannot just take a subset. You have to include the entire array. Now the thing is, if you have to include the entire array, and let's say you want to make let me write it. Let's say you want to make the target 2, but you have to include the entire array. So let me do one thing. I can give here minus, I can give here plus, and I will take this as plus. So plus 2 plus 1 minus 1. This is one of the ways, right? I can also make it using some other way. I give here plus, I give here minus, I give here plus. This is also one of the ways, right? This is also one of the ways. So plus 1 and minus 1 cancel and I am left with 2. So I made the target 2 and so on. Okay. So let's try to take another example now quickly to understand. Suppose you want to make 1, 1, 1, 1. You have this array. We'll take the example that they have given. You have this array and you want to make the target 3. So our target is 3. How do we make it? Now, there are a lot of ways, right? The brute force approach is put plus, 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 minus, minus randomly. Find out all the possible permutations, right? So for each, you will have two options. For example, here you can put a plus or a minus. So you have two options. Here again, you have two options. Here again, you have two options. Here two options. Here two options. So it will be 2 power 5 or 2 power n. You have 2 power n total possible permutations, and in those permutations try to match it with the target and find your answer. This is the brute force approach, but it is not actually right because there is a simple trick which will reduce this problem to O of m into n. Okay, where m will be we will discuss what will be m and n. It will reduce it to that. Let's see what is the optimal solution. So in this case, see, you have to put some one somewhere, some plus sign somewhere, right? In this case, suppose I take this as my plus signs and I take, let's say, this as my minus sign. So I have a group with plus sign, I have a group with minus sign. The sum of this group is 4, sum of this group is 1. 4 and 1, right? 4 and 1. Now 4 minus 1 is 3 and I have made my target. So basically this is the same problem as, see, you have to use the entire array. So divide the array into two subsets, subset 1 and subset 2. Okay, now such that, okay, now see, all integers to me are given positive only. So I am taking some integers which are having plus, some integers I am taking their sum, but I am putting a minus sign myself. Okay, I am just putting this minus sign myself. So I have subset 1 minus subset 2 should be equal to target. This is that same problem. This is the same problem as just finding out, divide the array into two subsets, right? Into two possible subsets. Okay, such that subset 1 minus subset 2, okay, is equal to 3. So for example, I am dividing the array into this subset and this subset such that this is equal to 3. Now what is the other thing that I have? Subset 1 plus subset 2. What will be that? That will be the total sum of the array. In this case, it's 5. I have 5. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. It is 5. So when I have these two equations, now let me try to just solve these two equations. Okay, because when I solve these two equations, I get something interesting. So 2 times subset 1 is equal to 3 plus 5. What is 3 plus 5? 3 is target, 5 is the sum of your array. Array has all elements as positive. Okay, so this will just be the sum, it will be positive. So in this case, what is the subset 1? Subset 1 is equal to target plus sum by 2. So I need to find such a subset. I need to find such a subset which is having target plus sum by 2. How to find such a subset? What is target? Target is 3, sum is 5, 5 by 2. 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 by 2 is 4. I need to find a subset with the sum 4. Now this problem is basically a very simple problem in which you have to just find a subset which is having the sum 4. And you find the count of such subsets which are having sum 4. That will be your answer. How do you solve this problem? This problem is a simple problem, right, which can be solved in O of m into n, where m is nothing but this number 4, n is nothing but the size 5. Okay, so it can be solved in O of m into n complexity, because you build the DP matrix and solve. So basically our problem is reduced to finding this. What is the, how many subsets do I have such that my sum is 4? That's it. Once I find the number of subsets with sum 4, I will be able to get my answer. It is the same as this, right? Because subset 1 is going to sum to some value. Subset 2 is going to sum to some value. But when I subtract these two values, I need to get the target, right? Because I have to divide the entire array into subset 1 and subset 2. So if wherever I'm putting plus sign, all those elements I have to take plus, right? Wherever I am putting minus sign, all those elements have to take minus. That's it. So this is equal to the target, and subset 1 plus subset 2 will be sum. Sum will be something which we can pre-calculate, right? Just take the sum of all the elements, and then when you reach this equation, now the solution is very simple. You have to find a subset with sum 4. How will you find a subset with sum 4? Suppose you are given any array, right? How do you find a subset? How do you find the count of subsets with sum 4? So for example, here I am given the array 1 1 1 1 1. So I just build this DP matrix, right? Initially I take first element, second element, third element, and so on, right? So I just build this DP matrix, and I have to find the sum 4, right? I have to find the subset with sum 4. So I basically declare a DP matrix up to 4, and now I try to find. Okay, so I have not numbered it. This is actually 1 2 3 4 5, but I have just written 1 because we are using 1. Okay, so find out what will be the answer in this DP matrix. That will be an answer. Now let's quickly discuss how to fill this. So suppose you want to make 0, right? If you want to make 0, you can make 0 in one possible ways. You can just take nothing and you will be able to make 0. Okay, now let's see this row. Suppose you want to make 1, but you have only the element 0. How many ways can you do that? You can do that in 0 ways, right? You can never make any element, any of these elements you can never make if you have nothing. If you have nothing, how can you make something out of it? You cannot make anything. So the answer for this is 0. Now let us go to the next row. So in the next row, what you will do? Next row, you have to find out how many ways can you make 1. Okay, how many ways can you make 1? Let me just fill this. Okay. How many ways can you make 1 using 1, right? Using just the element 1. So how will you find out? You will look up the answer in this matrix. See, if you have to make 1 and you can use 1, we will find out if we are able to make 1 minus 1, which is 0. In this case it is 0. If we are able to make 0, that will be the number of ways that will give the number of ways to make 1, because once we are able to make 0, we can just add 0 and 1, and that will give you the answer 1, right? So it will be the simple case. So here also we will fill 1. Now using this 1 alone, you have to make 2. How many ways can you do that? Using this 1 alone, can you make 2? You can never make 2, right? Because what you will do, you will look in the DP table. You will look in the DP table. Using 1, you want to make, okay, using 1, you want to make 2. You just have one element 1. So you will look in the DP table. What is 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 is 1. If you are using this 1 to make 2, you need another 1. Till now we have not seen another 1, right? So we'll just look in the diagonal. The answer is 0. So answer will be 0. Similarly, you cannot make 3 using just one single 1. So we'll look in the diagonal. Answer will be 0. Answer will be 0. Let me fill this quickly. Now using 2 1s, right? Using 2 1s, can you make 1? So you can make, right? So you can in fact make this 1 in 2 ways. Either you take this one or you take this one, right? There are 2 ways. So what you do, you will look here, you will also look in the diagonal value. So without using this one, right? Without using this one, maybe you made the 1 using this one way, okay? And let's say you are trying to use this 1. So you made 0 previously, and now 0 plus 1 is 1. So basically you have to just add these two values. This is 2, right? And similarly you add these two values. So what is this? It's 1. Similarly you add these two values, it's 0, and so on. Now you have to use 3 ones and you have to try to make the number. So let's quickly fill that table. So once you add these two values, it will be 1 plus 2 3. Okay, because you can use all the 3 ones anytime to make 1. Okay, similarly we'll add these two values, this will be 3. So what is this? You have to make 2 using all the 3 possible values. So how can you make? So you were already able to make 2 using one way. This is one way, right? This is one way to make 2. And now with this one, with this new additional one, you can use this one or this one. So basically you have to add these two values. Let me not complicate it, let me just fill the dp table quickly. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, and so on, right? In this case, what is the answer? 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, right? 3 plus 3 is 6, and 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, 1 plus 0 is 1, and so on. Okay, so let's try to continue filling this table. 1 plus 4 is 5, 4 plus 6 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so I can make, for example, I can make 4. I had to make 4 using all the possible ones, right? Using all the possible ones. So I can do that in 5 ways. So 5 is my answer in this case, which is what I am returning. So that's it. So now let's move forward to coding it. So we have n, which is the size of the nums, and then I'm finding the sum. As we discussed in the equation, we need to find the sum. And then first of all, I'm checking if sum plus target is even, because if it is not even, I can never make sum plus target by 2. What did we want to make? We wanted to make this value, right? Sum plus target by 2. This has to be an integer because it's an integer array. So we can simply give a check if it is integer at all, because if it's not integer, you will not be able to make it, right? So in this case, we have to first of all check whether this value is even, and if this value is even, in our case, for example, 3 plus 5 is 8, so we wanted to make 8 by 2, which is 4. So we'll check that. So if it is not even, we'll simply return here. And then we'll also check if m should not be negative. There are some test cases where sum plus target by 2 becomes negative, because target they can give anything. Sum is something which you are calculating, that will not be negative, but your target they can give anything as the target, just to check this edge case. So in that case, you have to check it should not be negative, because you don't want to search it negative indices of the array. It will go out of bounds and it will give error. Okay, now we'll just declare the dp matrix which we just discussed, and initially we'll give the values as 1, and remaining all values will be 0, and that's what we are doing. We are checking this condition. This is a simple way to count number of ways to make a particular subset. So if nums of I minus 1 is greater than j, then in that case you will just look at the previous value, because you cannot subtract this value from j, right? So you will just look at the previous value, that's it. Otherwise you can take both the values. We were adding both the diagonal entry and the above entry, right? So that is what we are doing here. This is the diagonal, and in our case we are just seeing the diagonal entry, because everything was just 1. So in our case we were lucky, but we will have, it's not the diagonal entry always. You will have to subtract j minus nums of I minus 1. So you can try it with different test cases, and then you can finally return dp of n minus. You can also optimize this code to write for a 1D matrix, which will also be simple. Instead of a 2D matrix, just you can shrink it and make it a 1D matrix. So this is what